Zendaya, Mike Feist, and Josh O'Connor are all such naturals on-screen in Challengers. Their convincing performances have prompted curiosity about whether they're actually playing tennis in the romantic sports drama. Directed by Luca Guadagnino and written by Justin Kuritskas, Challengers enters the world of professional tennis through a heated love triangle between Zendaya's Tashi Duncan, her husband Art Donaldson, Mike Feist, and his ex-best friend and Tashi's ex-boyfriend Patrick Zweig, Josh O'Connor. Although Challengers is not based on a true story, Kuritskas was inspired by the controversial championship match between Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka at the 2018 US Open. Zendaya, Feist, and O'Connor are seen hitting the racket a ton at different points in the film. Given how much focus is put on the skills of each player and the details in each match, particularly the high-stakes match between Art and Patrick that frames the story, it was important for the tennis playing in Challengers to look authentic. Luca Guadagnino's movie definitely succeeded in this regard, so much so that it raised the question of whether the main cast of Challengers was really playing tennis in the movie. Zendaya did learn to play tennis for Challengers. Zendaya did 3 months of tennis training to prepare for Challengers. While all 3 of them did have body doubles, Zendaya, Mike Feist, and Josh O'Connor were really playing tennis in Challengers. The trio were trained by Olympic bronze medalist and former tennis champion Brad Gilbert, who served as a tennis consultant on Challengers alongside his wife Kim. Gilbert spent the most time training with Zendaya and developing a signature game style for her character Tashi, a former tennis prodigy who was one of the top juniors in the world before retiring and switching to coaching after a career-ending injury. Prior to Challengers, Zendaya had never played tennis before. Per his interview with Today, Gilbert trained with Zendaya for a few hours a day, 5 days a week, for roughly 3 months total, 6 weeks in Los Angeles before the shoot and 6 weeks during the shoot in Boston. During the preparation period in LA, Gilbert took Zendaya to a few college tennis matches, starting with Pepperdine vs. Arizona State men's teams, followed by Pepperdine vs. UCLA women's teams. "I think she was fascinated, just watching the dynamics of players competing," Gilbert told Today. "From the coaching to everything, you could just see how she was taking everything in." Gilbert's wife Kim also sent Zendaya a bunch of videos of different tennis players to study in order to get into the mindset of both a player and a coach. In terms of her mentality toward the sport, Zendaya reminded Gilbert of pro tennis star Coco Gauff, whom he currently coaches. "They're really hard workers," he noted. "Sometimes people think things are just given to you. They're not given to you. They're earned by hard work.